Who doesn't love to applique? Hi, I'm Leanne Anderson with the Whole Country Caboodle, and I know that is one of my most favorite things to do is to work with fusible raw edge applique. And so what I want to show you right now is how we put one of those appliques together. We laser pre-cut all of our appliques. When you get an applique, you're going to get a little packet like this that's going to show you a really nice color cover. It shows the fabrics we used, and it shows this adorable little panda bear that is from our 2x2 collection. When you get this, you're going to get all your pieces, and your pieces are going to come together, most of them with like fabric. So if you have several pieces that are cut out of this black star, they're all going to be together in one piece. And so we instruct that the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the paper backing off of the Fusible. We use a heat and bond light, and so it is meant to be stitched. And so you're going to want to peel that paper off of your pieces. This is the little muzzle and chest piece, and it's going to have a little tick mark which holds these together. Just simply cut them apart. I like to use a real fine little embroidery scissors. Those are super easy to clip these little tick marks and great to have as an additional tool. So we're going to get these all cut apart. I've already got most of them cut apart just for ease of putting this together today. And then inside of your laser pre-cut packet is you're going to open it up, and you're going to have a couple of different things. First of all, you're going to have a really nice color picture that you're going to want to use as reference when you put this together. So I'm going to put it over here. And then when we open the rest of this up, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have what we call the layout. And the layout is going to have a couple of different colors of lines. It's got the black line, which is the outer edges. It's got a red line, which indicates a detail line. And then underneath, you're going to see a dashed line. And that dashed line indicates an overlap. So those are the three things to kind of keep in mind. Now, we're going to put this under our silicone mat. Now, these silicone mats are a must-have in your sewing room if you're going to do fusible raw edge applique. There's a couple of different sizes. There's a 12 by 18 and a 12 by 12. And like I say, if you don't already have one, you're going to want to get one. So we're going to slide this under our silicone mat. And as you can see, your lines show right through. Now keep in mind, this silicone mat is meant to be ironed on. So iron on it. And so I've got my iron all ready to go. We've got all of our pieces apart. You can see by the shiny side on the back side of our fabric that our Fusible is on the back of the fabric. And I'm going to start putting together this panda. Now I like to assemble the inner pieces first, because if you put the outer pieces on first, you're not going to see where the inner pieces go. And so this is just like putting together a puzzle. So I'm going to start laying these on. Now, what I like to instruct is to tack these with the tip of your iron. I'm going to turn my steam off. Tack it with the tip of your iron. The reason you want to do that is it's easier to move a piece if you need to replace it or need to move it. So we are going to, I can see my dashed lines. We're going to start placing our pieces. I think this one goes over here. Yep. And I'm going to get the inner part, the inner muzzle and eyes of this little guy assembled before we put the outer pieces on. Now, if you have real small pieces, like the outer and inner eyes are here, I like to use a pin, just a plain old straight pin, and I stab it down in there. Now, I keep looking at my color photo over here to make sure that I know placement, because I can't really see through the black piece, but I can see pretty closely where these pieces go. So I get these all in place first. Okay, I'm gonna run my iron over these because I know these pieces are where I want them. And then before you peel this off of your mat, you're gonna wanna let it cool. And the reason you wanna let it cool is because then the Fusible stays on the backs of your pieces and doesn't stay on your mat. So we're going to let this cool. I'm going to just gently peel this off. And I actually did not get the nose completely over those eyes. So I'm just going to redo it. It will come off, and especially when it's still warm, but we're going to want to get that where we need it. Again, let it cool. The piece that I need to put under this is the muzzle piece, and I've got it right here. And so I'm just going to start peeling this off, just like that, set it aside. Now I'm going to put this muzzle piece down. I can see the black lines as far as where it goes, and that's why I said it's like putting together a puzzle. We're going to put these over the top. Get that one just a little bit off. There we go. Get them where we need them to be. And I'm going to iron those together. Now the next piece that I put down is actually a piece of batting. And we use batting in a lot of our appliques. One of the reasons being is the batting is a thicker fabric. You can't see through it, so you don't see the dark fabrics as easily as you do a real light fabric. And it just adds a texture. It's very washable, it's durable, and it's really, really cool to use. We use it a lot on our muzzles and our headpieces of our animals. So I'm going to peel this piece off. I'm going to put in my ears because I know that they go underneath. Whoopsie. Let's see. This one goes over. No, it goes over here. There we go. There you go. If you don't see the little lines underneath, you know it's not in the right place. You want to make sure you get those all lined up right. So we got those in place. I'm going to put the body of the bear down. Then I'm going to put the head of the bear. This is the batting piece. And your batting is going to take a little bit more from your iron. I'm going to look at my black and white piece just to see where this piece goes. Your batting piece is going to take a little bit more ironing than the rest of your pieces, than your cotton pieces. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use a shot of steam. About 5 to 6 seconds. Give it a shot of steam. Turn that steam off because the rest of it doesn't need it. We don't want to overheat, but yet we want to make sure we get that Fusible activated enough to make sure that our pieces stick together. There again, we want this to cool so all of our Fusible stays on the applique. And when it's all cooled, I'm going to peel this piece off. I'm going to see if I can get this off now. Yep. And our ears are going to stay in place. So you can see that you're going to have one complete piece, which makes it super easy when you're putting it on whatever it is you're going to applique it on. I'm going to take this layout back out. If you have a light table, lay this on your light table and put your Panda right over the top of it. Now, your red lines indicate your detail lines. Those are the lines you're going to want to draw in. So because this is a dark applique, I would recommend using either this is a heat resistant, or it goes away, it's called iron off. And you can draw your detail lines on here. And then once you stitch them, then those will all go away. If you're using a lighter fabric, I would recommend using just a water-soluble quilter's pen, maybe the purple end if you're going to stitch it right away, drawing your detail lines with that, and then that makes it super easy. A couple of the things that I like to use, and you'll see in our patterns, is I like to use a white paint. A lot of times put a dot of paint on the inside of the eyes, and I also use quite often a black pen, and that's either a Micron Pigma pen or a Sharpie pen that you can use. I would recommend testing those on your fabric before you go ahead and put any of your markings on here. So we have our Panda all put together. We have so many more appliques for you to look at. And we hope that if you've had a hesitation about doing Fusible raw edge applique, that maybe now you'll say, hey, I think I can do that.